Okay, so last week we talked about getting ready to speak, and this week we are going to do our practice speech out of chapter 2. By now, I hope that each of you have chosen a topic, because that was your biggest homework assignment, was to choose a topic and begin to organize your speech. Remember, it has to be an argument speech, which is basically where you need to have your opinion stated clearly in the main idea sentence at the beginning of the speech. And then we have what's called a counter argument. So that's when you share one point of view of the opposite point of view that you have. Okay, it's called a counter argument. And then you need to make sure you have 3 supporting points or 3 reasons why you believe your opinion is the most accurate or the best. Okay, so and then we need to have a conclusion at the end. And in your speech, you need to have a couple of signposts, like first of all, or also, in summary, and things like that. So does anybody still have questions about those 4 components of your argument speech that I just mentioned? Any questions about those?
No, teacher.
Okay. And good morning to you, Alan. I see you joined us.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we're just reviewing the parts of an argument speech that we need to have ready to go this week. Today, I do have a little time. If anybody would like to just go ahead and do your speech, you can, and we will listen and give you feedback. But it's not required for you to do the speech today. You have until the end of the day, Thursday. That's my goal, is everybody's done by Thursday, either to record your speech here in the class or to record it in GoReact. You just pick one. But everybody needs to have your speech done by Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, I want everybody to go into GoReact and listen to 2 other classmates' speeches and give 3 or 4 comments about their speech so that we can listen to other students and kind of get ideas. You know, maybe they said something in a way that you liked and then you can use in your speech, or maybe you see something you'd like to suggest to them to make it clearer. So analyzing speeches is a part of learning how to speak better yourself. So we need to analyze and look at other students' speeches. Okay, so we're doing all of that this week. And just so you know, I'm not really giving you a lot of homework in the book. Actually, I'm not giving you any homework in the book because I want you to just focus on your speech and giving comments and feedback to your classmates. Before we begin the warm-up here on the screen, does anybody have questions about how to get comments in GoReact? If you have questions about how to give comments or what to say, raise your hand. Okay, so good. So I'll be checking for comments throughout this weekend, the end of this week and the weekend, okay? All right, so look up at the screen here, and we're going to do this together as a class. It says organize these selections into a clear speech. So we're trying to organize the beginning of a speech. Now this is just 3 statements. It's not a whole speech, but it's the beginning of a speech. And we're going to look for which of these 3 here is the main idea, which one is a counter argument, and which one is our own first supporting point. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute to look at these. And then I want to ask for a volunteer to come and pick these up and move them is what we're going to do. Okay, so take a minute and read these. Try to find the main idea, the counter argument, and the first supporting point. I'll give you a minute to read these. Okay, so who would like, raise your hand if you would like to try to organize these in the correct order. Click on the raise your hand button. Okay, Alan, you got it first. So go ahead, Alan. Click on the arrow and
Yes.
then start moving these around.
Like,
Like click on this arrow up here and then click on the words.
which
I think,
arrow, teacher?
well, I think if yours has the same that mine has, okay, up at the top of your screen, do you see like a pencil, a box, a T?
Yes.
Those? Okay, on the left, you should see like an arrow pointing up.
Okay. Yes.
Click on that one and then go down to the word or the statement, and then you can it has these little lines around it, and then you can pick it up and move it. And if you can't, then I can do it. There you go.
I believe a new shopping mall center help improve our economy. Some people say we don't need another mall, but we only have one in our city, and it's old.
Okay, Alan. Let's see who agrees with you. Raise your hand if you agree with him, and then we'll see if we've got. Okay, Carolina, Lucia, you agree? Lan Chao, what do you think? Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
Okay, click on the raise your hand button at the bottom. There we go. Okay, everybody agrees. You guys are all correct. So let's talk about why, just to make sure we understand. So first, main idea always has to be clear opinion. Okay, so we're starting with I believe. That's showing this is my opinion. So that's a great way to start. It's a great way to start a main idea. I believe, and then we've got a complete sentence because we have a subject, the new shopping mall. We have a verb, can help improve our economy. Okay, so it's a complete sentence. We can put a period at the end here, and it states the topic. It has the focus or the main idea that we're trying to share. It's got opinion words like I believe. And so that's a really great main idea sentence. Okay. And we're going to show in our speech right here how can it improve our economy. Okay. So right here, the next part says, some people say we don't need another mall. Now, I think, remember, I think we do need a mall. That's my opinion. So the counter argument, oops, I did that too big. Anyways, the counter argument is here. It's people think we don't need another mall. Okay, that's the counter argument. And then my first point is right here. The one that we do have is old. Okay, so if it's too old, then people don't want to go shopping there, and we're not going to be able to improve our economy if nobody wants to go shopping there, right? So that's kind of the idea there. Okay, anybody have a question about this? Okay, we're looking good. Let's go to check our homework next. Let's open our books to page 53. I asked you guys to finish page 53 and 54. Finish the parts that we did not cover in class last Wednesday. So let me pull this up for us here. We're on page 53 of your book. And right here. Okay, can everybody see my page?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so if you click on the top left part of your screen, there's a little magnifying glass and you can zoom in to see this more clearly. But we were checking exercise, let's see, did we finish exercise 1? I don't remember, let me check. I need to open my book. Yeah, we already checked exercise 1 in class. So let's go to exercise, no, we didn't. We didn't finish the last 2. So let's check the last 2. Oh, wait, are we exercise 2? Yeah, this is exercise 2, sorry. Okay, so exercise 2 and numbers 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8. This is the part that we did not do in class. Okay, so Carolina, what did you put for number 6 on page 53?
In the bottom, teacher?
Well, we need to finish exercise 2. It starts with, I don't think it's completely true that solar panels are better. Part C.
Oh, okay. In addition.
Okay, let's see. Am I on the right page? Okay, the answer key here says in comparison.
Mm,
So let me read it more carefully. I don't think it's completely true that solar panels are better than nuclear energy. Solar power is very expensive to set up. And then what? In comparison, a nuclear power plant would be cheaper. Okay, so this is in comparison. I don't know why they say comparison. I would say in contrast, because what they're doing is they're saying solar power is expensive. And then on the other side of the signal, it says nuclear power would be cheaper. Those are opposite, right? Those are opposite ideas, right, Carolina? Do you see that?
yes, teacher.
Okay, so what we've got is I would say in contrast, or on the other hand, but they're using in comparison. So I guess they're just trying to compare the two, so show how they're different, which is okay. So let's just leave it with that, in comparison. If you say in addition, that means you're adding another similar idea. In this case, we're contrasting, we're showing a difference here. Let's go to number 7. And Lucia, what did you put for number 7?
Yes, teacher. Number 7 in addition.
In addition, yes.
In
Here's
addition,
where we can use in addition.
we need cheap, affordable energy. On the other hand,
So we're saying we're adding some new things that we think we need. We need jobs. In addition, we need cheap, affordable energy. So this is adding a similar idea. We want to use in addition. That's correct. Okay.
thank you, teacher.
And let's see, Lan Chao, you can turn on your microphone now. What did you put for number 8, Lan?
Yes, I put the other hand.
Yes. On the other hand.
Yeah, on the other hand.
Yes. Good job. Okay. If anybody has a question, just click on the raise your hand button. All right, let's go to exercise 3, talking about advantages and disadvantages. Number 1 is A. It's an advantage. Number 2, D, disadvantage. Number 3A, advantage. Number 4A, advantage. Number 5D, disadvantage. Number D, disadvantage. So basically, when you see that word drawback, drawback is the opposite of benefit. Okay, this is benefit can be a noun or a verb. And drawback is a noun, it's a thing. So that's why they say the second drawback, or you can say one drawback of whatever your topic is, right? So these are key words, guys. I want to see you using some of these in your speech as well. You want to say things like one advantage of something, or one pro, or one benefit, one drawback. These are some words that you can use in your speech. Any questions about this? Just click on the raise your hand button. All right, let's go to exercise 4, page 54. Now these are going to be your own ideas. So everybody will have something a little bit different. So let's see, Carolina, can you share your answer to number 1? And then Alan, you're going to do number 2. Okay, so Carolina, go ahead.
The biggest drawback of nuclear energy is that could cause disasters.
Good. Make sure you have a subject after that. So that it
Yeah,
could cause disasters. Yeah,
thank you.
it causes disasters. Good. Another example is that we could say it is dangerous. Okay. Alan, can you do number 2?
Yes, there are many benefits of electronic cars. For example, the reduction of fuels, instead solar energy.
You said, for example, the reduction of what? Alan, you said
Uh, I,
reduction
I
of,
didn't. Yeah, it's FUELS. I don't know the correct pronunciation.
oh, fuels. Fuels. Fuel. Can you say fuel? I want to make
Fuel,
sure you,
fuel,
yeah.
fuel. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so for example, okay, now here's kind of a tricky thing about for example. After we use for example, we need to have a subject and a verb. So we cannot just say, for example, the reduction of fuels, but we can say, for example, it uses less fuel, or you could say it would reduce the need for fuel. So we kind of have to have a subject and verb after that. So good. That one's good though. The answer key says, for example, they don't pollute the environment. They don't pollute the environment. Okay, so there's two good examples. And number 3, Lucia, what did you put?
Yes, teacher. There are many pros and cons of using wind power. For instance, could be safe.
Could
No,
be.
no, I'm wrong, teacher. I don't know.
Be careful about using could or
Yes,
would, because those are like kind of possibility, maybe, but we want to be more firm and strong and like confident in our words. So we have to say it. Remember, we need a subject and verb. So it will be, or it is.
oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I need to correct the.
yeah, go ahead and finish the sentence. You can say it is
For
what?
instance, it is more, or it is less danger for
It is
environment.
dangerous.
Dangerous.
That's good.
For environment. Yeah.
Pros and cons of using wind power. So you're giving a pro. It is less dangerous.
Yes.
Okay, good. The answer key says, for instance, it is unlimited. It is unlimited.
Okay.
There's no limit to wind. You can't use wind and then never get it back. It will always keep coming. All right, let's go to number 4. And Lan, what did you put?
Yes. I put, for example, it can pollute the air and it will be gone in future.
Okay, you said it can pollute the air and what else?
And it will be gone in the future.
It will be wrong, you said?
Gone. It no more. It done.
Oh, gone.
Gone. Yeah.
Like Gone. Okay, so
Yes.
it can pollute the air and it will be gone in the future.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. So yeah, gasoline will eventually be used up. It comes from petroleum. It's a limited resource. Does anybody know how gasoline and petroleum, like how we get it? Does anybody know where it comes from?
Come from the earth.
Yeah, it comes from the earth. So if you choose this topic, it might be good for you to know a little bit about it. So gasoline comes from petroleum, which is underground, deep, deep down. How is it created? Where does petroleum come from? Anybody know?
It get
From the sea.
very deep from the earth. And if we do it so much, it will be gone and make the earth very dangerous.
Yeah, it does. It does because it releases carbon into the air. But Alan, you're kind of right. Um, Petroleum actually comes from billions and billions of tiny dead plants and animals
Oh,
that died a long time ago. So the Earth was creating layers as millions of years went by, and there's dead plants and animals, and it creates this It breaks down into carbon and other, I guess, chemicals. And I'm not a scientist, so I'm not exactly 100% sure. But so it just kind of breaks down, but it takes a long time to create this petroleum. And so when we use it, we're using it so quickly, it doesn't have time, the earth doesn't have time to create more at the same rate that we're using it. So basically, it is a limited resource because it will take many, many years to replace the lost or the used up petroleum. So it's kind of interesting. But yes, those are good points that you made, Lon. The book says, for example, it pollutes the environment. So what it's doing is it's taking the carbon from the earth, from all of the dead plants and animals, and it's releasing it into the air. And that's why you see like the black, it's like because the carbon is burning, and then that's where we get carbon dioxide, which is not really what we need. We need pure oxygen. And by the way, in another environmental freebie here, do you guys know that there is a natural resource that actually cleans the air and takes out the carbon dioxide and replaces it with oxygen? Does anybody know what that natural resource is that cleans our air? Anybody know?
All the plants, teacher?
Yep, plants. Anything that has leaves. So right now outside in your yard, those leaves on the trees, they are actually absorbing carbon dioxide, and they're using it as food, and then they release oxygen into the air. So that's why trees are so important in cities and in our urban areas, because we need them to clean the air. Okay, so that was your homework. I think we covered everything. Any questions, guys, about your homework?
No, teacher.
Okay, I got a couple more things to do here. Now, is anybody ready to give your speech today and you want to go ahead and try your argument speech? Raise your hand if you would like to do your speech today in the class, in the video lesson. Okay, that's what I thought. You guys need a little more time. This is a challenging speech. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to our collaborate session. I'm going to put you in a group, and we're going to take about 10 to 15 minutes, and I want you to talk to your partner about what you are going to talk about, what topic you chose. And remember, I asked you to organize your ideas. I wanted you to write down your main idea and a couple of points and kind of try to organize and get ready for your speech. So I want you to share that with your partner. And I'm going to jump back and forth between groups and kind of hear what you guys are doing. Okay, any questions? Does everybody have something to share with your partner, like something that you've organized? Anybody not prepared for this? Good. So here's the groups. We're going to have Carolina and Lucia. You guys share what you want to talk about and focus on your main idea, what you want your counter argument to be, and maybe your partner can give you help as well. And then, so Carolina and Lucia, you guys are group 1, and Alan and Lon, you are group 2. Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes to share what you have so far, and then ask for any advice that you would like to ask for. Okay, is everybody thumbs up? I can't see your thumbs. Is everybody good to go?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher.
Okay, good. So go ahead. You have until about 10:15 to talk.